See what, balancing?
So today we're chatting with Tim here, who is a part of the Washoe County Republican Assembly, and we're just wanting to get to know some of the folks in this group that's here that works in the county to affect change. So we're going to ask Tim just some questions just to kind of get to know him a little bit and his experience in that group. So, Tim, when you think of pastries, what do you think of National Bavarian Cream Pie Day?
National Bavarian Cream Pie Day is not a day I'm familiar with. I'm not even familiar with Bavarian cream.
Right.
So it's not something that I think a whole lot about.
Oh my goodness, okay. Well, it happens to be a certified day in the U.S. that we can, commemorate the Bavarian cream pie. And what is your favorite pie? Maybe you could substitute a different pie and
Chocolate
eat
pie.
that on that day. Chocolate?
Yes.
Chocolate cream pie.
Yeah, you could make that with Bavarian cream.
Oh, yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. That would be excellent. Have you ever made one of those pies?
No.
Me neither. No. Yeah. Do you have any interest in making pies?
No, I eat mainly a carnivore diet.
Just a carnivore diet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I have an interest in eating the pies, not so much making the pies. Okay. So a more serious day would be June 6th, where we celebrate D-Day. Do you have any thoughts or feelings on that day?
It was a momentous day in history when we invaded Normandy. It was a successful operation, but lots of people died.
Yes.
And, the world was shocked by what happened on that day. And it's, celebrated and worn to this day by many people.
Absolutely. A lot of films to document the events of that day. And I know there are still, a small number of soldiers alive. You can see the documentaries on History Channel and whatnot of those actual individuals now in their 90s, remembering back to the landing, storming the beach of Normandy and all that they witnessed, the mass gore of that battle. Yeah, for sure. Yes, yeah.
And those films are hard to watch.
They are hard to watch, they're tearjerkers, but they're so important that we have to remember all that our service people gave for our liberty and for what this country stands for, the ideals of our Constitution. So those films are great to watch. Memorial Day, you can do that with your family. Veterans Day, those are some great films to bring out for the family. Yeah, thank you, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe just as serious as as D-Day is National Sandwich Day. So when we think of National Sandwich Day,
Yes.
do you celebrate that with all of your family?
Well, first of all, I'm single. Second of all,
Okay.
I
So am I.
don't know that we have a National Sandwich Day. I have my own favorite national days.
What is one of your favorite national days?
International Lion Day.
Well, there you go, lion, and you are like a lion
Yeah,
yourself.
I'm a lion keeper. So.
Absolutely, in
But-
real life you are. And
Yes.
where is that at? Tell us.
At Sierra Zoological Park.
Sierra Zoological Park, located where?
Out off of Highway 395, off of Old Virginia Street between Red Rock Road and Stead Boulevard.
Visit it. It's amazing. I've been
is.
there. It's fantastic.
3 lions, 4 tigers, a whole bunch of other animals.
And how did you get into that, Tim?
I've been studying predators in general since I was a kid.
That's amazing. That's totally amazing. Yeah, I
So
encourage.
we're off the subject of sandwiches.
We are, but that's okay, because I think all the families, moms, people with children, you should bring your kiddos out to that. That's an
Absolutely,
awesome
it's a
local
great family event.
thing to do.
We even have a playground now for the kids playing around the animals.
Oh, I hope they're not too close to the animals. The
No.
animals are safely
No,
behind
that's near the farm animals.
gates and the farm animals, so like a petting zoo.
Yeah, we have a really, really nice petting zoo now.
I love it. Perfect. All right, and so Tim and I have something in common besides enjoying animals and having deep feels about D-Day. We are both in the Washoe County Republican Assembly. And
Yes.
how long have you been in that group, and what brought you to that group?
I missed being a founding member by 1 meeting.
Oh my goodness!
So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm a founding member, but I can't say I'm officially because I missed it at one meeting.
Shoot.
But I've been with it basically since its inception in our area.
Which was, how long ago was that?
I'm guessing that was a good 12, 13 years ago.
Excellent, and they're still here and
Still
thriving.
going strong and thriving and growing and changing and adapting to, the increasingly turbulent political times that we are living in.
That is so true. And why did you get involved?
Why did I get involved? For two reasons. Number one, because I'm a strong conservative, and number two, because they met in the building I worked at.
Oh, right, and that's convenient. Just walk down the hall and hey, new
There's the
friends.
meeting, yeah.
Yeah, hey, here's some people with similar interests.
And that was important to them in those days because I was their staff liaison. They have to, if groups like that have to have one person who's a staff member to be able to use that room.
Oh, perfect. You were the inside guy.
Yeah.
And if you were to kind of give like a little nutshell, like a little synopsis to some person on the street, if some young person said, well, what is a strong conservative, Tim? What does that mean?
A strong conservative is a person who walks their talk, who believes in limited government, lower taxes, and personal freedom.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yep. And how do we relay that to maybe folks who feel that they should have everything provided to them because they pay their taxes, therefore they should have free medical, free tuition, free.
And that's a tough thing because there are some places where people are paying too much because the system is so badly messed up that we have got serious problems like healthcare.
Right.
Healthcare,
Right.
the real problem with healthcare is greed. It's not lack of government oversight and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And those that's the real problem that's got to be fixed in the healthcare system. And you have to communicate, the fact that most of the things that are screwed up in our society are because underlying principles aren't doing. We've moved away from our Judeo-Christian roots. We have moved into a lot of relativism, which is something that we have seen descend down through philosophy over the years. Eventually, it makes its way into pop culture. We are now paying for the result of that.
Exactly.
And
so another way of saying that would be, the schools basically. And you just jump in and correct me if I'm wrong, because I probably am, that the schools teach, humanism and relativism. So truth is not absolute. I have my truth.
It would be hard to state that better.
You have yours. You have your truth, And I'm a God unto myself. Everything needs to work for me because humanism says we're not gonna worship a God. We're not gonna adhere to the concepts and precepts of the Bible or a religious text. No, I'm just going to live my own way. Whatever works for me, works for me.
That's a really, really good way to put it.
And here we are.
The roots of our society, which are based in the Judeo-Christian principle, even if people weren't all practicing Christians, they practice those principles. And the fact that that we're slowly being pulled away, and I could go into long details about why I believe this is a spiritual problem. But the thing is, because this is happening, we're watching our society unravel, and people that think they can fix it, with things like, teaching kids to be liberals when they're young, massive gun control, and other things. Those are just simply not going to work because, we have record in our history of the fact that when we were based that way, we didn't have those problems, and we had the freedoms to do a lot more than we can even do today. Like, for instance, going back to the whole zoo thing, did you know that thanks to our wonderful government, it is now a federal crime to touch a tiger?
Go to jail. Touch a tiger, go to jail.
Exactly.
Well, touch a tiger and hopefully, you live.
There are safe ways to touch big cats.
All right. I didn't know that. I never touched them when I went to that park.
I wish you could.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for letting us have a little glimpse into Tim, and we appreciate your time today.
Okay. I hope this helps you.